I have seen it recently where they say both partners can be AS and still get married and have kids who are not sickle cell. And according to that theory, they always say it's about selecting the X, the one that is AS or the one that is not, and leaving the one that is not going to be an issue. I've had such scenarios too, and I've seen people who indulge in that and they are really doing okay, by the way. But then at the same time, I just feel from my own view, as I'll say, I still feel it is still very very important. Like you said, it is not the criteria for maybe getting married or anything like that, because there are different methods to raise kids or have kids these days without being sickle cell. But then not everybody can afford it. It's not everybody, because I learned it's expensive unless you have something doing or you're doing well, you can really do that. But then there are people that are not really doing well, and that option shouldn't be their option. Their best option should be knowing their genotypes first. It is not always about the genotype, I guess, because I've met people who tell me they are both AA, but what they're going through is even more than the heartaches I am passing through. So sometimes they just tell me, Cassie, it's not about your genotype. Like, it's not easy anywhere. So they tell me, yours, you feel it's about the genotype. But then what about us that are AA and we're still going through the rough phases in our relationships? What do you have to say about that? So sometimes they try to make me feel better by telling me it doesn't boil down to my genotype only. And those people who see sickle cell survivors as not being marriageable or something, like, they are wrong. They are totally wrong, because everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be treated with love and respect. So like, everybody holds value regardless of your health challenge, whether sickle cell or any other challenge. Everyone deserves a fair chance at life. So you can't just look at this person and feel as if you are more worthy than that other person. You are not worthy than the other person. The only difference is this person is carrying their own, and then the other person is okay. Some people just feel as if sometimes they be like, how did this one happen? But they've forgotten that God loves all his children. He loves us all equally. So it doesn't matter whether this person is SS or AA. There are things that can happen to you in life, like real life experiences, apart from sickle cell. Let's remove sickle cell from this now. Like, you find someone you're dating. There are people who are dating and they are AA, but then there are other lapses. They encounter some challenges. It could be communication, it could be any other thing. So it's not just about the genotype. It's not bad to trust in God. It is very very good to trust in him and everything he does. But then we shouldn't shy away from the fact that this is reality. You can't just come and walk up to me and tell me, yes, we love each other, we cannot do without each other, and then you come to tell me, no, my pastor said, or my spiritual somebody said that God can change the genotype of the children, so we can go ahead and marry because God is still in the business of doing miracles. So when I meet such people, I just sometimes I feel like I should beat them. Sorry to say. I feel like I should beat them, because this is reality. Like, these are facts. Why bring religion into something that is very serious? And you see people saying that sometimes they be like sickle cell is a spiritual something. There are times you're going through something, you're going through pains, and they will now carry you and take you to one pastor to go and pray for you, because they believe this thing is spiritual, but then it is not. So people who have such thoughts of my pastor said or my spiritual person said, I want them to know that at the end of the day, it is not going to be enough. This my pastor said this, my pastor said that. It's not going to be enough, because you bring this child to this world, and if anything happens to that child, you will be responsible for it. Where will your pastor be to shoulder the responsibility of that child with you people? And you people will end up blaming each other for just settling down because you people felt spiritually it is going to turn out well. Like, let's try and stop shying away from reality. We should face it. I could recall there was a night I had a crisis attack, and they had to take me to a hospital close to the house, just close by. We went. I was in pain, but the doctor he was like, no, it's not like this, it's not like that, this is how you go about it, this is how this to go about it. So the person that took me to the hospital was not really happy. They were like, doctor, you know what's wrong with her? Why can't you just go ahead and do what will help her instead of saying all these things? So they'll now sometimes be like, no, and that we already know that this is how it turns out, this is the medication they give us. So right now he wants to give me something else, and the rest of them. So the man just told him that even before I left home, that we had to come to the hospital, I'd already had like other pain relief tablets, maybe Diclo, paracetamol. They had already injected me with them before they even brought me, and it did not really work out. But the doctor will now just be like, that's how you do. So I don't really know why you do. I think they still need sensitization, because it is not only about being a doctor. Sometimes you have to be human to understand that person. So apart from the health challenge, when it comes to the health, you should be human first, because yes, you know that this person is going through this person is in pain at the moment, this person is shouting, is crying. Of course, you cannot relate to it. You can only but try to understand, but you can never feel the pain that person is going through. So sometimes should be human first. Try and understand what this person is really going through. Regardless, I know you can't, but always try to, like, what if I was in this situation? What if I'm here? What if I'm there? Maybe this is why this person is really going through this, because of this and that. So they should learn to be more kind, and they should learn to be to know how to give patients emotional support. I don't know, or maybe because this our country, things that the facilities at the hospital and things are not really going well. So sometimes maybe they just tend to carry maybe the burden or pain they feel while working there, and then sometimes you just put it on the patients because they are not really having a very good day or good time at work. So I guess our hospitals, should I say the government, they need to do better in regards to medical line. We can be a handful at times, and mostly they always say, you people can be very, very stubborn. You people are very stubborn. So I think the caregivers, sometimes, like, it is not really their fault when they get worked up, because sometimes it can be tiring. I term it as that, because there are days I feel tired, and I feel like I shouldn't push for tomorrow or just give up. So when these things start cropping in, and you're feeling so saddened, and your caregiver is there. Maybe you begin to pour some of the frustrations on that caregiver, thinking this person does not really understand you well to that extent. That's why they are acting this way. You begin to get so angry, because there are sometimes I could remember, if I'm not feeling fine, there are times that people will just be like, "Ha, you're always falling sick. Do you think we have the strength to always be sleeping at the hospital, or do you think we have resources to be just paying in the hospital? You keep falling sick like that." And then you see, those words can be harsh. Yes, I know that it is really challenging, and it is very, very difficult dealing with people with sickle cell, because of the situation, the expenses and everything. Emotionally, it is not easy. So most times the pain we feel, we just feel nobody can understand this pain other than us and other survivors out there. We are the only ones that understand what each other are going through. So when they start telling you, "Are you not tired of this? We don't have money," you now start feeling so bad, and you begin to say things that you really do not mean. You begin to feel as if, okay, let me just go and rest, so that these people will rest. This one, they are complaining, and then them, it is because it's too much. Maybe sometimes they do things and they are really doing their best. So basically, it boils down to the burden of pain. Your family members, your caregivers, they're really trying. They always come through for you, even when you're not strong. But then there are some certain frustrations. Maybe the person is trying his best, but you are feeling this person is not really trying their best. And then the caregivers feel as if, this person is not even grateful. I've been here with this person for over some weeks or something. I've been with this person under my care, but this person does not really see that I'm really trying. So it all boils down to understanding each other. On days we're in pain, we should learn to understand what our loved ones are going through also. We should learn to know that even at the point of our pain, sometimes they wish they could just take it away from us, but they just can't. So we should try and understand each other. The caregiver is trying, you appreciate that person, because it is not easy. And if your person is not feeling fine again, you shouldn't feel so bad or mad at that person for constantly falling sick. It's not that person's fault. If the person could change the situation, the person would change it. But that situation is just there. That person has found himself there. So trying to live with that thing in your mind is not going to be easy. So your caregiver should also learn to make you know that there is a cause to keep fighting, and to continue giving you hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I've had countless survivors say that they took tortoise blood, they took lizard warts. Like, I even met someone who said that they take out the fat from the person's chin, and then its sickle cell just vanishes after that. But I've not had such experience though. Most of my experiences are just I think someone sent me a video of squeezing one orange, one lemon and egg, raw egg, to a cup, whisking it and drinking it. According to them, they said it helps. So they said it's even a local egg or native egg that they use in mixing it. Well, I tried it. It wasn't bad. It was cool, but I stopped along the line. But all these taking you here, taking you there, just to see that they take away sickle cell from you, all those things are just like, I don't even know. Sometimes I just feel it is even waste of time, because we already know what it is and we already know what we're into. So there is nothing spiritual about sickle cell or anything that will make somebody to carry you to one prayer house or carry you to go and take something somewhere because they feel it's that cure. It could be harmful to that person. So just stick to what the medical line is providing. Just stick to your routine medications and stay away from all this. I'm going to pray, my genotype will change, I'm going to this place, they will give me this and that. If it's not legit, please stop it. I am Miss Cassandra Panmwa James. I studied mass communication. I just run a little online business. That's what I do. I make bridal bouquet. I don't know, I can't really say. I have plenty things on my list of the things I do. And my message to sickle cell survivors out there is always treat yourself well. Like, learn to be kind to yourself. I know that it is not so easy to accept what is really going on, or to just pretend as if nothing is happening, but I just know that we're strong and we can achieve anything we set our minds to. I've seen sickle cell patients pull through and do things that make people around them proud. So sickle cell is not entirely bad that you have to shy away from it and not lend your voice simply because you feel people are going to judge you. I want you to look at the brighter side of life. I want you to know that even before you were formed, God knew his plans for you. So you shouldn't sit down and harbor negativity just because a common man said so. I would want you to put your trust in God, because life and death are in the hands of the one who creates life. So do not put your ear to the negativity, but rather put your ear to the positive aspect and your dreams and aspirations that you have. I don't want you to give up on it, because there are people who have dreams, there are things they wish to achieve, but when it gets challenging, they decide to give up and feel they cannot do it. Trust me, you can do it. Even on days you feel you cannot, you can do it. And you should know that we have people who are rooting for us. There are people who love us and they want us to do better. There are people who do not stigmatize nor discriminate us regardless of our health condition. We are loved. And you deserve to be respected too. You deserve to be loved. There are those of you that have given up, but I want you to pick yourself up, dust yourself, and start life afresh. Like, you're still alive, and it means God has given you another chance at life to start afresh and become a better person. So if I can do it, if others can do it, then you can do it too. Okay? Keep being strong, and I love you guys. I love you people so much. Sending my shout out to you people because you deserve it and you're strong. I love you guys.